Today, I'm going to be talking about embedding quotes. Last class, I had my students develop an argument and kind of find evidence to support their argument. And today, I feel like it is a perfect day to talk about embedding quotes and kind of talk about our current situation. All weekend, we have been dealing with the wildfires in Agora Hills, Thousand Oaks, Malibu, that kind of area. And it is about 4 days after the shooting at Borderline in Thousand Oaks. So there is going to be a lot of articles kind of talking about the wildfires and the devastating times that we're kind of going through. So I kind of do want to address that at the beginning of the class and kind of use that to transition to embedding quotes within an essay to further develop the argument. I know it's a terrible way to approach it, but I think it will give my students a better understanding of this. And from there, they should be able to develop their thesis statement for their next exercise. And I will also be expecting them to show me how relevant their supporting quotes will be. From there, I'm gonna go to the writing process again. They have learned about the various steps of the writing process, and I have given them several assignments that leads up to drafting their essay for this progression specifically. So I kind of do want to talk about that as far as like the drafting, the pre-work writing, the drafting, the revision, reflection, and the revision overall. I need to know where my students stand with this assignment. So I did start grading their annotated bibliographies. I did not finish it, but I do need to address it. They all did surprisingly well as far as finding the sources and citing it. There are, of course, a little bit of mistakes within citing their bibliographies, but it wasn't as bad as I thought they were going to be. So I guess I did something good on as trying to teach them that. But there is some stuff that I still do need to address in class as far as like the punctuation goes, the summary and analysis aspect of it goes, because they included summary, like this person talks about these main points, which is good, but some of them are including way too much summary that is not really necessary. So that is it for this log, and I will come back and reflect on what I did end up discussing in class. So that is it for now until after class. I'm back, and boy, do I have a story to tell. On my way to class, I was evacuated from the building that I usually teach my class because the fire alarms were going off. Being a first year teacher, this is like the first time for everything. And I did not really know how to handle the situation. I was worried about my students, and at the moment, I did not care about the assignment. And so when I got evacuated, I was like, well, I'm not going to go look around for my students. I'm actually going to just send out an email, let them know, let's meet here, just at a safer place away from the building that we were at. And along the way, my other students did find me and followed me to the building right next door. I let them inside the lobby, which is still like an outdoor area. And I addressed to them, well, I can't really hold class because we don't have a class to be in, and the weather right now is very terrible. It was like extremely windy during the time. And all I was able to do was tell them, all right, well, I won't have class today. I'll send out an email saying that class will be canceled. And I will not require you to turn in your assignments today. So you can go ahead and turn them in on Thursday. And all the other deadlines will be pushed back a day, just because of this situation. I did tell them that I wanted to address our disastrous times through the fire, and it's just very unfortunate how we were kind of going through fire at that time. And my students, I did have some chocolates that I was going to offer my students while we talked about the fire situation, just to kind of lighten up the mood during this like very depressing moment. And afterwards, I actually went to go reach out to the department assistants to figure out what's the proper protocol for this situation. Because I did find my students, I did talk to them, but I know that I'm not going to require them to stay in class, and I know that I'm not going to require, I can't dock them down in attendance because of this. And it's just very unfortunate that this had to happen. But it is what it is. I guess all of the assignments that I wanted to address will be pushed back to next class. All of the lessons I wanted to teach will be pushed back. And on the bright side, I got some extra time to grade some papers. But that's it for this video log. I know it wasn't much on teaching stuff, but here's another side to teaching that I did not know about. I didn't know how to address a situation like this. Like, I've gotten emails as a student about power outages, a supposed gunman on campus, but I've never been on the teacher side, and it's very stressful, and very emotional, and it definitely affects your day. Because since I have done that, my head is not in the right mind place anymore because of this, that I'm being extremely forgetful. I almost forgot to record this teaching log. I locked myself out of my office door, and I had to call the proper people to come unlock it for me. And I'm going to take this as a teaching lesson. I don't know how, but I would suggest try to figure out what the right protocols is for situations that are out of your control before they happen. Because the moment that they happen, you just blank out. And if you already know it beforehand, then you're fine. But I didn't know this beforehand. I was just going off of like instincts, survival of the fittest. And fortunately, the fire department did allow students and teachers to go into the class about 20 to 25 minutes after class time, but I was not going to be able to force my students to stay through that. I'm pretty sure they're already in a different mindset also like me. So that's it for today's log. I guess next log's going to be more interactive and hopefully more cheerful, because man, I seriously need a cheerful log. But ta!